toujours un plaisir de vous retrouver. Je suis Gabriel et été le CEO de la société africaine Diaspora Project Management. Aujourd'hui, je suis avec Bruno. Bonjour Bruno.
Bonjour Gabriel.
Okay, we're gonna make it in English for first time.
That's good.
And just actually, what is the purpose of this video is to explain to Cameroonians from the diaspora, the ones who are living abroad, to know that Cameroon has a huge opportunity in terms of agribusiness. So Bruno, I will let you introduce you, but first I want people to know that we are ADPM, the company's name, the one that I'm managing at the moment, is the company actually who accompany investment from the diaspora, the ones who are living abroad, to help them to study a project before launching, to implement a project, and to manage the project while they are still living abroad.
Okay.
Okay. So let's talk about agriculture. Let's talk about your profile. What you can say about what can you say to us?
Profiling myself, I can say that I've been in the domain of agriculture in an extensive manner for the past 5 years. I have carried out, I've executed some plantains projects in hectares. I have done an Irish potatoes project, both table potatoes and seeds potatoes, to do seeds for the Irish potatoes and eating table potatoes. I've done a vegetable project, leeks, carrots. Cabbages, red and white. So I'm into that. So that is my profile, and I am the managing director of Agricultural Investment and Services International. Yes, so that is what we do.
Just for you to know, before going into business, is that we can work together in case that you have a business idea. We can work together, and he can help us to implement, to study first and know if the opportunity will be a worthy business, and then he can provide, we can work together basically. Can you tell us about agribusiness? Is it because people who are living abroad are still hesitating when it's coming to Cameroon because of the political situation, because of saying, oh, Cameroon might be a background country, you know? What's your feeling about 2018 now, business going on in Cameroon?
The first thing that we should let everybody know is that Cameroon, it's a vast opportunity. It's a clean, it's an exciting opportunity to take advantage of. Why? Because our country is still bare. You know, it is said that Cameroon is the breadbasket of the Central African region. It is not true. It is not true. Why? Because our own supplies of food are not able to supply our market. It's true that when you go to the market you see food, but it does not mean that the food is sufficient. What do I mean by this? For instance, there are times that you go to our market, tomatoes is very expensive because you don't have enough. Yes. So it's still bare, and we have, the market is bare. Why? Because some of the quantities are taken into the foreign, are transported to our neighboring countries. So it makes it in a way that we are always in need of food in the country. Now there was a time last 2 years that tomatoes was taken to Nigeria. Nigerian tomatoes, Dangote's tomato in Nigeria did not do too well. So they had to get some tomato from Fumbot, from Cameroon. That time, two tomatoes were sold for 100 francs. 2 tomatoes, not big, 2 small tomatoes. At the market here in Douala, everywhere. Even in Bamenda, that tomatoes is always there. It was expensive. So a basket of tomatoes was selling at the farm for 15,000. Now, what do I want to say by this is to say that if the international or if the neighboring countries places a demand on our food produce, we enter immediately into what? Food shortage. Imminent. So that is why I tell people that we still have a lot of needs of what? Farms, agricultural businesses. One thing that I want to understand with us is that, I mean with us, that I'm talking about myself and Gabriel now in this case, is that people abroad, when they stay there, they just say that there is business in food. It's true there is business in food, but there's no business in the cultivation of food produce. There is business in the marketing of food produce. These are 2 different domains. Okay. And I know that that's what Gabriel is trying to help you people to come through. And that is what we did. For instance, why am I speaking like this? One of the time when I launched a 3 hectares project of cabbage, I did good quality cabbage, sweet, nice cabbages. Okay. But I had a problem to sell. Not because there were no market, it's just that I did not have the network in the market.
Yeah, distribution.
So it took us now time to study the market and create networks in the Kuseri market, the markets at the border of Cameroun, Nigeria, Gabon, and internal market. So if you want your project to do well in our country, you just need to meet the people who know what they are doing, because some people, they are just excited about farming. So they go to farm. When they finish farming, they don't know what to do with the produce.
Exactly.
They don't know where to sell.
Exactly.
And then it's a farm produce, so it starts deteriorating and they don't know what to do. Then they say it was a bad business. No, they started from the wrong side of the business. We work from the market to the farm. We work from the market to the project. We don't work from the project to the market. It's the market that tells us what to do, how to do, when to do. So that is the strength now of somebody who is in Cameroon, who has an open mind, who has studied, who is applying their ingenuity of studies now into the domain.
Exactly.
So it's not just to tell youth, as our system, our government is encouraging young entrepreneurs, agro entrepreneurs, do farming. That is not the solution. The solution is having studied the market first. You create, you infiltrate, or you make you create your own networks, or you infiltrate the networks and you create relationships. And then from there now, when you do your cultivation or you do your project, you can now run it through the market system easily. But if not, you can have good produce and you don't have any market.
And it's exactly what I want to say to our client, because most of them contact us when the project is going already. They have already launched the project, and when they're going wrong, they give us a call. We prefer to be an architect of the project. Call us first. We study together the project. Our strawberry, in the case, I would say strawberry services, is like we're thinking about in advance how to distribute and sell the product of our clients, because we have a strong network of Bayam Salam, and not only Bayam Salam, it's a supermarket client, already existing clients who can buy your productions. Another question I want to ask you, please, Bruno. How long have you been doing this business, this activity? 5 years now.
I've been doing farming for the past 5 years.
And what can you say about the good side and maybe also the risk? Because there is a risk on business anyway, on agriculture.
Now, one of the risks in agriculture, which is not only a risk in agriculture, it's actually a risk in when you want to do everything. Which is not something that should stop you from doing it, but unfortunately, it stops many people from this other side of the world. I mean Africans in quotes. But what do I want to say is that the fact that you do a project, a farming project, and it does not succeed as you expected the first time does not mean that you should leave. You just started. There are some things that your project is going to teach you. You cannot read it in a book, they can't teach you in a school. You can't see it when you are doing your feasibility studies. You will only see it when you go to the field. And it is from there, that is like my strength, for instance, is because I failed in the field. That's why I can succeed now. Because I've learned how to fail. So I can what it will take. I advise you to do this. Because you will surely meet this that you don't see. So, but what I'm telling, I will encourage somebody is that if you want to, if you want to do agribusiness, if you want to do agricultural project for financial or for cash flow, do it. Don't stop maybe because after the first year you did not receive all of your maybe investment. No. I'm not saying you will not receive, but if you don't receive, don't stop. Do it. Build a business. Build your business importance. Our market now on this other side of the world is an open market. What does it mean? There is a time that market is super. Super means that people who enter that period of market, in one season, they make a profit that they have not made for the past 3 years. In one season. Okay, let me explain. Let me calm down. A unit of tomatoes in our country at times sells for between 6,000 and 10,000. At times it can fall to 4,000, 3,000 at the wholesale price. Now, but there was a season that it went up to 15,000 at the farm. Means that around Yaoundé it was 18,000, 20,000 per basket. So if your own project entered this season for a month, you will make what you have not made for 3 years. So you should not be there until the good season meets you also and explodes. You don't leave, because at times you leave when your good season was a season away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bruno. Thank you to all of you to follow us.
Thank you.
Contact us by email, by WhatsApp. We can discuss together about your project.
Yeah.
I will be happy to respond to your question, to work together with Bruno, and we can work on your project and make it succeed by the will of God, of course. Thank you to you.
Okay.
Have a good day.
You
Bye.
have a good day. Bye.
Wait for your contact. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.